Let's take a quick look at the content of our book.
This book was designed first and foremost as a book that needs to be read. Student engagement in reading is fundamental to learning. To enhance reading comprehension, though, this book leverages the benefits of multimedia to help explain the abstract concepts in the book. Similar to constructing a wall with a strong foundation, this book was built from the ground up using proven practices from educational psychology. Principles from the cognitive theory of multimedia learning were used to reinforce and build on the abstract concepts students might struggle with. Starting with the introduction media and following throughout the book, the multimedia videos were designed to take into account instructional issues like prior knowledge and cognitive load. Here's a brief summary of the book's videos, starting with Chapter 1. The intro video provides an overview of the scientific process, thus priming students for the content ahead. Section 1 focuses on the core principles in science, testing. This theme of science testing their ideas and trying to falsify them is followed throughout the book. Section 2's video begins with the traditional model of the steps in the scientific method, but transitions to a more accurate and dynamic model of the scientific process. Visual examples help simplify what is often considered a difficult concept to comprehend. Section 3's video breaks down the concept of a variable and works through an example of a scientific experiment that must take into account the independent, dependent, and controlled variables. Section 4's video builds on the testing concept from Section 1 and the importance of variables in Section 3 to explain how and why we test all our theories. Section 5's video uses Newton's law of gravity as an example to explain the differences between scientific laws and theories. Section 6's video provides multiple visual examples as it explains the peer review process and why peer review is vital to science. This video starts to lay the foundational differences between science and pseudoscience. Section 7's video summarizes the main points of the chapter while explaining the scientific process is dynamic and changing without having a predetermined destination. Chapter 2's video focuses on the theme of Chapter 2, that is, providing an example of how and why a scientific theory can change. As we know, having a worked out example is often the best way to learn about a detailed concept. Chapter 2 provides just enough details on the origins of the geocentric theory and how it slowly was abandoned for the heliocentric model. A key concept summarized in Section 3 explores how pressures from outside the scientific community can influence scientific research. This happened historically with the Inquisition during Galileo's time and continues today by corporations, lobbyists, and pseudoscientists. Chapter 3 has only 3 videos, as by this stage in the book, students should have an understanding of the scientific process. Reading comprehension plays a much bigger role. In Section 2, the video uses a sports analogy as it reviews the main points in the scientific process. Section 4's video provides a detailed look at pseudoscientific claims with a detailed focus on astrology. Pseudoscientific claims are compared to scientific claims throughout this book, and this video is meant to provide a detailed example of why pseudoscience claims are not accepted by scientists. Section 5's video focuses on a final project, a place for students to demonstrate they understand the scientific process.
I hope this helped you decide if you can use our book with your students. Thank you.